Welcome back, Truth Seeker. Some more news by the numbers. Some more federal government by the numbers. Some more Pope Francis by the numbers. Look at this one, you guys. I can't get enough of it. Biden awards Pope Francis the Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction. This was dated January 11, 2025, this past Saturday. President Biden awarded the nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, to Pope Francis on Saturday. Let's just stop right there and take a moment to appreciate how perfect the ritual was on 1/11, 25 days after Pope Francis' December 17th birthday. Of course, December 17th leaves 14 days left in the year. The 11th, 14 plus 11, 25 days after his birthday. Look how perfect it is, you guys. The Pope's birth name is Jorge Mario Bergoglio, which equates to 111. And the word Pope and the name Biden both equate to 25. And here we are at the start of 2025. How do you get these numerical values? By taking the alphabetic order, A is 1 up to Z is 26, applying numerology to each letter, and then adding up the word as a mathematical equation. So, for example, the first letter in Jorge is J. J is the 10th letter using the alphabetic order. The numerology of 10 is 1 plus 0 is 1, so J is 1. O, the 15th letter, becomes 1 plus 5 is 6. R, the 18th letter, becomes 1 plus 8 is 9, so on. So Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 111, like how the award was on January 11th, 111. Again, same thing with Pope and Biden, 25. Now think about this too. The most simple cipher is the alphabetic order. The word Pope with the most simple cipher is 52, without just taking the alphabetic order but not applying numerology. Pope, P's the 16th letter, O's the 15th letter, P's the 16th, E's the 5th. 52 days after Biden's birthday was this ritual. Biden's birthday is November 20th. That leaves 41 days left in the year, plus 11 more, 52. So remember, we're on a 52-week calendar named after the Pope. Other words equating to 52 include president, White House, government, authority. So yes, this is an absolutely perfect ritual. And let's not forget that more than a year before the 2020 election, I told you Joe Biden would become number 46 because the election was exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, and it was the 59th election. Pope Francis equates to 59, like how Benedict stepped down on the 59th day of the year. John F. Kennedy also equates to 59. He was assassinated at age 46, like Joe Biden becoming number 46, exactly 46 weeks after the Pope's birthday, when there's 46 books in the Catholic Old Testament and the word Catholic equates to 46. That's when you run the alphabetic order forwards. When you run the alphabetic order in reverse, Catholic equals 46. If you run it forwards, it equals 35, like JFK was number 35. Killed on I-35, going with Joe Biden being inaugurated on the Pope's 35th day of his age. Let's not forget what they did to poor Beau Biden, or even Hunter Biden, who's born on the 35th day of the year. One guy gets assassinated, the other gets his character assassinated. Continuing on with the article, the honor specifically came with distinction, becoming the first president to receive the added level of honor by Biden. The first person to receive the added level of honor by Biden. In a statement, the White House commended Pope Francis for his commitment to serving the poor as well as advocating for peace and protecting the planet. Keep in mind, this happened while the City of Angels was on fire, a ritual that was perfectly synced with the Superior General, the leader of the Jesuits. Biden had to cancel his trip to the Vatican and do it over the phone because of the fires. A loving pastor, he joyfully answers children's questions about God. A challenging teacher, he commands us to fight for peace and protect the planet. A welcoming leader, he reaches out to different faiths. The first pope from the Southern Hemisphere, Pope Francis, unlike any who came before, the statement read. It concluded, above all, he is the people's pope, a light of faith, hope, and love that shines brightly across the world. It reminds me, he's the 266th pope in the history of the church. It goes with why he spoke in D.C. on the 266th day of the year, September 23rd, 2015, back when Biden was the VP. Remember, the Jesuit motto, Isus Hominum Salvator, equates to 266. He's the first Jesuit pope, just like how Biden's Jesuit educated, as is Trump. Biden is the second Catholic president in U.S. history, but unlike John F. Kennedy, who was known for downplaying his faith, Biden has embraced it. The president and the Pope have had a good rapport for many years, stretching back to before Biden's rise to the presidency. They met 3 times when Biden was vice president. For the record, 3 has gematria like Pope. They met 3 times when Biden was vice president. During the transition, the two also spoke over the phone, and Biden has regularly cited Pope Francis in his speeches. Although the president worked to expand access to abortion while in office, putting him at odds with the Catholic Church, Biden and the Pope often focused on the issues they agreed on, including addressing climate change. Remember, climate change equals 56, like natural disaster, like Society of Jesus, also like Pope when you run it in reverse, like 3. Again, these fires began in LA 56 days after the Superior General's birthday. Addressing climate change and the threat posed by rising nationalism Congrats to Jamie. Jamie's capitalizing on the rigged NFL tonight. We had the Rams who were up big. The president was scheduled to travel to the Vatican this weekend, but canceled the trip to monitor the wildfires in Southern California. According to the White House, Biden and the Pope Francis spoke over the phone on Saturday. They also discussed efforts to advance peace around the world, including Pope Francis' work to alleviate suffering for vulnerable communities, the White House said. It's nice. They should talk about how they just set one on fire in Los Angeles. Pope Francis is the 3rd pope to receive the medal. Pope John XXIII was recognized by President Lyndon Johnson after his death in 1963. And Pope John Paul II was honored by President George W. Bush in 2004. Biden awarded the Medal of Freedom to 19 prominent figures last weekend, including former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, also Jesuit educated, Michael J. Fox, Denzel Washington. Denzel's also Jesuit educated, went to Fordham like Trump. Argentine soccer star Lionel Messi, who can remember when they moved the first ever World Cup to December, the day after the Pope's 86th birthday, and Argentina won their first World Cup since 86 over France. France fell to 2-2 in the World Cup in 22. Yeah, we capitalized on that one before the tournament even began. We had Argentina over France from a mile away. Pope Francis, who's from Argentina. What a script. Argentine soccer star Lionel the Messiah Messi. Conservationist Jane Goodall and William Sanford Nye, also known as Bill Nye, the TV science guy. Yeah. Again, you guys, I don't know why this work doesn't spread rapidly, since this goes on every single day. You know what I mean? Every single day. 52 days after Biden's birthday, 25 days after the Pope on 1/11. For the record, Biden and Francis both have the 34 connection as well. Remember, the Jesuits are from France. And I did say that Biden was inaugurated on the 35th day of the Pope's age, which is true. You could also say it was 34 days after the Pope's birthday. Of course, Inauguration Day is the 201st day of the nation's age and written 20/1 in the majority of the world. And it goes with Beau Biden dying at 46, 201 days before the Pope's birthday, because you can see his birth name is also 201 with the alphabetic order. Of course, we were educating about these things more than a year in advance, why Biden would win the rigged selection in 2020. Right after he took office, we put out the video then for why Trump would come back as the new Grover Cleveland in 2024. Rewind to 2015 after the first GOP debate. I said why Trump looked like he was the president. Again, you learn gematria. You see how the game's rigged. And you also see how slow humanity is to catch up with the code. Got to work on that before they burn us all up. These people get medals while they set the world on fire. Until next time, True Seeker.